It's March 16th, 2018, and Big Games has just decided that they're going to start making simulators in order to keep up with the new Roblox market. Little did they know that they were going to make the game that would change Roblox forever. Metal detecting simulator. Damn, I'm stumped then. Back in late 2017 to early 2018, a new type of game was replacing tycoons on Roblox, that being simulators. While tycoons were strictly linear and pressing buttons in order to reach an ending, simulators didn't have an ending. The only true ending is if you got number 1 on every leaderboard, and even then, it's not guaranteed you're gonna keep that spot. Now, Big Games, who is formerly most known for Disaster Dome, had decided to tap into this market. And so, on April 7th, they released Metal Detecting Simulator, Big Games' first ever simulator. Which had the option to make you instantly win the game by buying infinite cash. Yeah, definitely not pay to win. And you say Pet Simulator 99's bad. Now, what was the gameplay of this?
Oh my gosh, my finger hurts from clicking.
Carpal tunnel. Now, while the game did achieve viral success, it just didn't stick. This was considered to be a miniature project for Big Games, so they wanted to make something new, something better. And on June 1st, they did just that. Pet Simulator was announced. And that was all the information we got. Awesome. And just 2 months later, it was revealed the game would be released on August 4th. And then it happened! There weren't really that many teasers up to that point, so I guess we'll just start with the game's update cycle. I obviously don't have footage of the release version of the game, but I did film some footage, so I'll be combining that with footage from other people. Apologies. In its release state, Pet Simulator 1 was extremely basic. 10 eggs, 1 premium shop, and that's it. No trading, no teleporting, no different worlds, nothing. Just the base tools for a pet simulator game. Now, obviously, I'm playing on the most updated version of the game, so it looks a tiny bit better now compared to how it did before. But we're just going to explore all of the content that those original updates had to offer as we go along. Pets originally had 2 stats, coin collection, which, you can guess what that does, and agility, which determines that pet's walk speed along with the speed that it breaks things. Pets also had levels, which you could use to upgrade these kinds of stats. Also, the rarity system was different. There is no common, epic, and legendary. Now it's a star-based rating, 1 to 5, including half stars. In the Robux shop, it just had your generic extra equip, extra stats, extra coins, and the premium pets, which surprisingly weren't eggs, they were actual pets that you got. Including an 8,200 Robux pet! Wow, that's like $75. Aw man, my doggy's going too slow. We'll never be able to go ahead and break everything to get to the next few areas, which is why I think that we should step things up a tiny bit with something I got from my main account. Yeah, I used to play a lot. You were able to progress up to the pink area in the release version, and you were only able to hatch up to the tier 10 egg. Now, the thing about eggs in these release versions is that you didn't know what you were gonna get. It just doesn't tell you unless you get it yourself. It's straight by word of mouth or images. If this is even legal in Roblox today, I'm not entirely sure. These were the best pets at release. Notice anything about some of them? That's right, you could just straight up buy some of the pets in the Robux shop instead of playing the game. They did not even bother to put original pets in the shop. You could just straight up buy the best stuff in the game. I hate this model. It completely defeats the purpose of playing the game if you spend Robux. But hey, the game just released and people are still figuring out the simulator model. Let's move on to Update 1. Update 1 included 1 new area, 2 new eggs, and some pets. Now, this new area had an absolutely massive chest that could take hours to complete. Like, if you broke this chest with at least some people, you were considered a god in this game at the time. Like, it just... Understandable, really. These were the best pets in the game at the time, and quite literally 1,000 times weaker than what I have. And I'm not kidding. Another update was released this time. No areas, however, it changed a lot of things. For one, trading was finally added. Yay! Golden pets were also added. Combine 10 normal pets, and bada bing bada boom, 3 times the stats. Now, at the end of this area, there was a locked gate for a rocket, which was a teaser that we were going to the moon, the second world in Pet Simulator 1. So on the 26th, it happened. We are going to the moon. Look, I know it's anticlimactic, but it's 2018, okay? But before we talk about that, I'd like to mention one more thing. There was a 40,000 Robux Infinite Pets Equipped Game Pass. As long as you had inventory space, you could equip it. To put that in comparison, that is $350 for a Roblox game in 2018. They only depended on YouTubers to buy this. At least the Pet Simulator X version was only temporary, and only buyable on April Fool's Day. In terms of areas, the gray and lavender, I don't think that's pink, but not purple either, areas were added. All of the ones that you see around it were added in updates. The new best secret pets being 0 and 1. They also claimed to fix duping. No, they didn't. But we'll get to that later. One more thing, they did a Twitter event where if one tweet got 1,000 retweets, they'll increase the stats of some things like max pets equipped and default pet slots permanently. And the people did not deliver. But of course they did it anyway because they just made that for Twitter engagement points, even though monetization wasn't a thing yet. There was a candy area and candy pets. Yay, and a new candy area. Dominus was the best pet at the time at 40,000. Still nowhere near close to the 100 million I have, but hey, it's a start. They also made a 219 Robux random egg for a limited time. No set odds for any pets, just complete randomness decides the thing you get. Could be a doggy, could be a Domortus. Update 5 then proceeded to release rainbow pets, however, not in the way that you would expect. Rainbow pets were only obtainable through hatching. You couldn't turn gold pets rainbow. This made them exceptionally rarer than they are now. Oh yeah, I also wanted to mention, the lucky game passes were 60 times instead of the 2 times we have now. That is the definition of pay to win, oh my god! Update 6 then proceeded to happen, and teleporting was finally added as a game pass. You had to walk all the way there before, regardless of if you spent Robux or not. Now, the core shock was the rarest pet in this update. Everyone was talking about it, and everyone wanted it. However, remember how I said they fixed duping? Yeah, they didn't, and this was duped so much that people actually thought it wasn't a rare pet! There would be more of these duping incidents later, but we'll get to them. Now, this next update didn't add any new areas, however, it was considered a massive update from the Pet Simulator team, and that update added hats. Hats were basically pet modifiers. They added stats on your pets, regardless of what it was. Now, These stats were insane at the time. They were like 3 times better than the best pet. Except, it doesn't scale with future pets, so it just becomes obsolete once a few more updates come out. I really wish this concept was utilized more, however it was not present in any future game. I wish that someday hats could come back. Update 8 saw the first and only real event for Pet Simulator. No, I am not going to count the mystery egg events. You basically just got Halloween coins at a really slow rate from any breakable, and then you just open the 2 eggs with those. These pets are probably the rarest in the game considering that they were only a part of one event that's now gone for good. I mean, not that rarity even matters in Pet Simulator 1 anymore. Update 9 finally added shop information so you can view the amount of pets that were in an egg. Oh my goodness, it took them this long? They also added a Dominus area and a Dominus egg. The Dominus area containing one massive chest that would serve as the new big chest for whatever is to come. This was a beast and took me like 15 minutes to beat even with my overpowered pet. However, the payoff gives you tons of moon coins. This update is finally the update where I have my overpowered pet from, and is the second most powerful obtainable pet in this game. Now, it's time for me to talk about one more duping situation. So, you know how this is a dark matter pet, right? And how this is extremely rare? How did I manage to get such a rare pet, you might ask? Because it was duped to all hell, and there was no prevention against it. Which might be one of the reasons why I think this game went on a downward spiral. I'll share my thoughts on why I think the game died in full after we get through all of the updates. Update 10 added one new egg, but no new areas just yet. Instead, this update was focused on rebalancing some aspects of the game. For one, the agility system and coin collection stats from before completely gone and replaced with levels. To be honest, the whole system was just kinda useless in general, especially in the later game. So in a way, I'm like kinda glad they revamped this. Surprisingly, the best pet in this version didn't stack up to the Dominus Huge from before. Another change they made is now every pet can be converted to golden instead of just some being able to. I don't know why they only made some being able to convert in the first place, probably due to like the amount of pets they needed to do. Also, you can now convert golden pets rainbow instead of having to just hatch them from the egg. This obviously lowered the value of rainbow pets by a lot, and I can see some players getting mad about this, but I'm not entirely sure what actually happened. Update 11 added another upgrade layer to pets, now making them dark matter through 5 rainbows. Due to no new content besides that, they added another Robux mystery egg, but this time for rainbow pets. Wow, a 1 in 200 chance to get the best thing for like 400 Robux, wow! They also added a new moderation suite, which is probably the only form of a moderation suite we'll see from Pet Simulator ever, at least in the public eyes. Oh yeah, also, they unbanned everybody! Fun! Update 12 added Jack Squat besides a triple egg open game pass and another new Robux egg for dark matter pets. However, I'm not going to move directly to update 13 just yet. There's still another thing I wanted to talk about. Because Big Games made their first ever plush with 100 copies. It also came with the original Huge Cat, featuring stats such as 10 billion? That's like 50 times rarer than the best pet in this game! Owning this pet just makes beating everything a breeze, like, this ruins the game! I mean, at least for like 15 more updates till a pet as good as that comes out, and then by then, the pet you got will be obsolete! I mean, to be fair, it costs $65, so come on. Update 13 added absolutely nothing. Again. I mean, like, they added snow, and a teaser for another thing, and like 3 delays for the actual Christmas update. But then the update released, and this was the biggest we've seen yet. An entire event world featuring 4 eggs and all. This screenshot only shows the best pets in the update, however these would be the most powerful permanent pets in the entire game. Notice how I said permanent. Because after the Christmas event, we were just left in silence after a month. Was this it? Was this the end of Pet Simulator? Well, kinda. A month later, a blog post was made announcing Pet Simulator 2. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's read it! Just kidding, I can use Wayback Machine. The main reason that Pet Simulator 1 died, according to Preston, was update sustainability. He felt that if weekly updates don't come out, then why even bother updating the game in the first place? Which is completely understandable. The algorithm back then was cruel and unforgiving. If you didn't make an update every week, you were screwed. In this blog post, Preston also explains plans for Pet Simulator 2. In it, he says that he is going to avoid pay to win at all costs. No paid eggs, no paid Robux pets, only playing the game on even terms with everyone else. This ended up being a complete lie. I already made an entire video on Pet Simulator 2, which will be at the end card and description. But just know, in short, there was a premium subscription for it. But Preston announced one final update for Pet Simulator 1. It wasn't gonna be anything big, but it was something. Update 15 simply made the Christmas update permanent and made some optimizations, and that was it. Pet Simulator 1 was over. To today's standards, this would probably be not a very good game. It would be like decent, but that's it. Compared to today, this map design is absolute garbage. But that's the thing. It was a 2018 game. They set all of these standards and formed an entire franchise in 2018. It wasn't perfect, but it laid the groundwork for what was to come. But obviously, there were some problems with it. Duping being the big one. Like, why even grind for pets if people are going to duplicate them left and right without any clear solution? I mean, at least Pet Simulator 2 kinda tried to fix this, with VIPs being the only ones able to send trades. But I mean, come on, it was Pet Simulator 2. My personal opinion is that Preston shouldn't have focused so much on weekly updates, maybe bi-weekly. It just led to him being burnt out, and overall led to the death of the game. Maybe hiring more team members would have worked out better. Then again, if this game never died off, then we wouldn't have 2, X, or 99. But just know that we will always remember this game as a success. And with that being said, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.